Emotions running free. Emotions run. Emotions running free.
Today we're at a 100 million Malibu beachfront property that features 8 bedrooms, 10 baths, 7,600 square foot, situated on 1 acre with picture perfect views of the Pacific Ocean. You are not going to want to miss this home tour and all that has to offer. I cannot wait to show you. So starting off this property tour, we're in the courtyard, but the front of the house, which we'll show, has a large driveway. Then you take 3 rows of stairs down to where we are right now. Garden beds all along the exterior with the most incredible flowers, cactuses, beautiful landscaping. There's limestone below divided by turf, and up against this back wall is another garden bed with incredible flowers. But this back wall right here has fiber optic lighting built into the stonework with a water feature as well as a lap pool, which brings us to the gas fireplace with rock right here in a seating area. Behind the garden bed over there is actually a casita with 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. And there's 3 entrances to get into this home. We have a glass door that brings us past the powder room into the kitchen, as well as a motorized slider right into the family room with beautiful views of the ocean, as well as a motorized slider bringing us into the theater room, which is the first part of this property tour we're gonna look at. So coming into here, wood slats all along the exterior of the walls, 2 built-in speakers, and a 9 by 18 foot LED panel screen, which you could split into 4 if you're watching different sports. That would be a great feature, or you could use it as this beautiful background that's animated or enjoy a cinema. Along the ceiling, there is a triangle shaped tray ceiling feature with the cove lighting, as well as this half dome animated screen similar to the one up against the back wall, which you could program to have different types of visuals. It reminds me of the Las Vegas Sphere, which we're from. But back to this room, I want to bring everyone's attention to the wet bar space. There's wood finish along the bottom shelves to add warmth to the home, as well as great stonework in stone shelves with a smoked glass and a copper finish as well to add different textures, as well as what I'm looking at directly in front of me is this pocket slider door with another guest house, a spa, a sauna, and a pickleball court. And that wraps up this theater room. Let's move into the kitchen and see what that has to offer. So off of the theater room, we take these steps up with the ambient lighting below into the kitchen. Off to my right is one of the entrances into the home, as well as the powder room. This really incredible floating vanity that's 0 edge, and the water just goes straight into the drain. Up against this back wall into the kitchen, a deep stainless steel sink. This wood, dark wood texture with 2 shelves and the lighting right here that adds more warmth to the home. Double dishwasher setup. This right here is the refrigerator. It's panel ready. And that brings us to the top of the line Gagana stove, microwave, dual setup, as well as the espresso machine and smoked glass that acts as a mirror that adds a depth into the home and it really opens it up. Right here is a kitchen island that appears floating, and we have this wood column with a floating shelf right there that is made out of that same copper brass finish, and it almost looks like this island is floating from the ceiling and it's attached to that column, which is a great design. As well as throughout this island is the brass finish. Up against this back wall is 4 burners, 1 oversized, as well as the griddle with the copper finish for the stainless steel vent. And this island over here is stood up by this glass leg, which gives room underneath of it to put stools and to dine here if you want to use it that way. And over in this direction, we have the dining room setup, which could fit 8 people. Picture ready windows, French doors to the backyard, outside kitchenette, floor to ceiling windows right here that looks into the pickleball court in the side yard, with motorized shades all along this house at every single window. That brings us back into the family room. Off to my right is the floating staircase, ambient lighting, glass paneling, the black framing along the top of it. In walking into this room right here, we have the motorized glass sliding doors that pocket all the way with the push of a button, with this insane backdrop of the Pacific Ocean, waterfall feature of the backyard, covered patio area over there. But I want to bring everyone's attention to these steel columns with the wood finish, as well as this sectional couch with a very unique dining room table right here. This is set up perfectly to enjoy the views of the ocean in your magnificent backyard. But off to my right is this Pantagonian stone bar setup area with another wood column right there. Up against the back wall, more stonework with the 2 shelves, the smoked glass that adds that element of openness throughout the home. And you have a sink right here, as well as the more wood-based finishing on the cabinetry below. You have that chic boho style with the wood slats and the wood finish along the back wall right here. To my right is the wine wall. You have Pantagonian stone that is separating it with the brass finish, temperature controlled, so you could grab a bottle, go to the backyard, enjoy the views. Over here is another powder room, and this is very well done. It's a single slope ceiling, as well as the stonework with the ribbed finish with the cabinets right here. Big glass mirror with the ambient lighting behind it, as well as the stonework behind the toilet, as well with windows into the courtyard. Follow me and we're gonna check out 2 of the downstairs bedrooms. Off to my right is a slightly smaller one, but you have windows all along the back wall that looks into the courtyard. Smoked glass closet space, and bringing us into the 3/4 bathroom. Great slabs of tile along the back wall, stonework for the shelving, as well as a nice waterfall shower head, a unique custom designed mirror with the more wood slats right here, incredible stonework with the ambient lighting, and that wraps it up for this bedroom. We're gonna move into the next one, which is used as a junior suite, but off to my right is a washer dryer setup, as well as access to the backyard from the side. Coming into this room, wood slats for the accent wall where the TV is, picture windows, French doors into the backyard, and that brings us over here where the bed sits. Recessed up against this wall is black stone with gold veining, more shelves for decor or wine, spirits. And right here, this glass is where the shower is located. So when you're taking a shower, you can actually see the views of the ocean, which is very well thought out. Into the private lounge space in this junior suite, instead of a closet where you walk into, they made this incredible wall where you open up these cabinets right here that will be used for your clothing. Into the bathroom, this is a very nice vanity. It has the same black stone that follows the theme of this downstairs junior suite, more custom mirrors, a great wallpaper finish, and inside of this shower you have the waterfall mount as well as a steamer inside of here. And that wraps it up for this bedroom bathroom. Let's go take a look at the backyard. So walking into the backyard, first thing you're met with, I just want to point out this feature, is all of this stonework behind it is where the pool equipment is. You could also use this for more entertainment space to set drinks if you're throwing a party here. But moving into the backyard, we have a 40-foot infinity edge pool with a glass wall up against the back, as well as that fiber optic lighting alongside the bottom of it. Seating with jets and this great water feature that shoots up on a timer. This covered patio has the lounging underneath it with the furniture. Space heaters above, so when it's in the winter time, it's still warm outside. And that brings us to where we were inside of the dining room and the kitchen where we have the outside kitchenette. We have this built-in umbrella with the outside dining setup, and there's a Twin Eagle barbecue with a sink and a refrigerator out here for your wet bar space. And that brings us down 2 steps on both sides where we're met with the 1 acre backyard. There's turfing, lounging chairs to enjoy the incredible view, get a great tan, as well as the limestone with the turf cutouts. This is perfect for hosting events, entertaining family, friends. You could even throw a wedding here. This is the perfect backdrop for that, as well, kind of how it's been designed perfectly for hosting. Up against this back, you have the garden beds where you have the great cactus flowers set up, and this vegetation right here is actually your access down these boulders into the backyard, into the beach, right off of your property. Absolutely spectacular, and where this 100 million price point really comes from is because of the location. But off to this side is a huge turf area for lounging, as well as more umbrellas where you can put more lounging furniture, and it connects us to the pickleball courts as well as the guest house with the spa and the sauna. And that wraps up the backyard. I'll see you upstairs. Stay tuned. Coming up this incredible floating staircase with the stone steps, ambient lighting below, we're met upstairs. To my left is a loft area, 3 bedrooms, and there's a pitch ceiling above us with windows that act as a skylight for natural lighting to come in, as well as a balcony right off the loft space. But to my right is the primary bedroom. There's a pocket slider door here, so it fits seamlessly with the frame. Let's go first into the office space that is sectional within this primary bedroom. We have the gas linear fireplace that passes through, so it acts on both sides. A window that looks towards the pickleball courts, as well as French doors that lead us to this oversized balcony. But right here is the Patagonia stone, yet again reoccurring all throughout this home. They made sure to use it. Below us, all throughout the flooring, is engineered hardwood. And that brings us back into the primary bedroom, where we have a TV up against the back wall with that wood finish to add the warmth throughout the home. This is the lounge space part of the primary. More motorized glass sliders that pocket into the door. I loved how they used the mirrors on the back wall right here to open this space up, so every time you walk in, wherever you're looking, you see the ocean view, which is incredible. Over here is a balcony right off of the lounge space that looks over the Malibu hills, as well as your phenomenal courtyard. And this is a perfect private balcony right off of your primary bedroom. That way you get the best of both worlds. You have the oversized one overlooking the ocean, and then you have the private one there looking over the Malibu hills. Inside of the primary right here, up against the back wall, the wood finish. And this TV actually, with the press of a button, comes out from under the bed to make it more sleek and not have a big TV, because you don't want a TV up against this wall. You want the picture ready window that looks at the ocean, because that is far better than TV. So coming into this hallway, on my right is one of 2 closets, fully built out, another access point to the balcony, and this is the secondary closet, which ultimately brings us into the bathroom. And this bathroom has so much to talk about, from the window setup to the stonework that they did inside. It is completely book matched from the back wall all the way up the ceiling to the backdrop where the two vanities are. And again, this ribbed finish on the cabinets, as well as this sunken stone vanity with the two faucets right here overlooking the balcony and the ocean views yet again. Right over here is a acrylic standalone bathtub, which we have never seen before on this channel. That is very nice. More shelving with the stonework and the LED recessed lighting. And inside of the shower, you have a huge waterfall feature up above, as well as the wand attachment and steamers, so you could steam the shower while you're enjoying the views of this bathroom. The two water rooms right there, and that leads us back to the primary where we are going to check out the balcony. I'll see you out there. To the oversized balcony, glass paneling up against the back, plenty of space right here to enjoy the outdoor weather, which is always perfect here in California, your backyard, the ocean, and you have a great vantage point to see what's going on if you have kids or if somebody's out there surfing. This is perfect for that, or to ultimately just enjoy the sunset, sunrises with the ocean backdrop. Over on this side, they put great balcony furniture with another umbrella. You can put more tanning chairs. It's really up to your imagination how you want to use this space and stage it with the right furniture. But really the most breathless, timeless part of this feature is the views right here. But let's go check out the rest of the loft and the bedrooms and wrap up this home tour. So off of the primary, we are met with the loft space. This door leads us out to the balcony overlooking the courtyard. To my right, as you're coming up here, is one of the spare bedrooms. That wood paneling we see all throughout the home, smoked glass closets, and into this bathroom is 3/4 standing shower with the LED lit stonework for shelving and the LED lit stonework for the vanity with the custom mirrors, which we're gonna see throughout all of these bathrooms. To my right, as we come out of this bedroom, is where the loft space is. This is a Fendi rug, absolutely designer styled loft. Again, the windows from every space in this room, you either see the ocean or you see the Malibu hills, which is incredible. You have to really be here to see it, but this video will hopefully give you a perspective that not a lot of people see, which we're blessed to have that opportunity. The wood finish on the cabinets below with that Patagonian stone that goes all around the perimeter with the brass finish on the accent behind the TV. And right here, these wood slats actually open up to an upstairs washer dryer room that blends very good. I want to point out a feature that all of these doors are flush with the walls. So instead of having a door frame, they're completely flush, and it's just a architectural design that they did a great job with. This accent wall is broken up with the wood slats, the lighting, as well as a linen wallpaper. And then this is the same smoked mirror for the closets, bringing us into a very similar 3/4 bathroom that we saw in the other spare bedroom upstairs. So let's go to the last one and take a look at that. Over here, you're gonna see the exact same design as the accent piece, smoked glass mirrors for the closet space. This one has a brass finish on the cabinets below and huge tile slabs for the backsplash inside of this shower. And that wraps up this home tour. I'll see you in the courtyard to wrap up. Thank you so much for watching this video. Shout out to the agent and the owner for giving us access. I'll put the link down below if you want to book a stay as a short-term rental on Airbnb. But without further ado, I hope you have an incredible day. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell on. New videos every Thursday. Thanks for watching.